this is just a normal average day.
Until... How's it going?
Oh no, the dead has been risen in search of the McRib!
I can't let this outbreak continue. I need to defeat the zombie! But how?
Yep, zombie defeated. We just did World War Z in like 10 seconds without any emotion, effort, or drive. So take that, you pile of Dreadwing and his twin Skyquake was dedicated to the Decepticon cause, honoring the symbol for the majority of the war he played a part of, up until Starscream returned as commander, who played a part in his brother's demise. Dreadwing is nothing short of a bomb expert, a skillful master with a sword, honorable as a warrior, and Genji is blue now. Dreadwing was taken out before the Beast Hunter season began, but if you thought he couldn't crawl his way into the toy line from beyond the grave, you'd be stupid. Dreadwing transforms into, well, let's just say some custom armored jet prepared to fight dragons that transformed into robots. And this series was taken seriously. The shape was pretty odd, but then again, most of the recycled characters was the same in the series, with curvy and spiked shapes and this scaly ripple fit for the Beast Hunter's theme. The coloring is certainly out there, with the sand blue and black swirls, dark blue, hints of purple, yellow, and a dark red cockpit. For something with a lot of colors, it is oddly muted for the most part. The yellow beak-like cockpit and feathery wings almost suggest an element of a bird theme, which makes more quote-unquote sense in robot mode. Also, the gold honor guard-like Decepticon logos is a nice touch carried over the original. The underneath has the arms and legs right in your face, doesn't even bother hiding the feet, but I've gotten used to it. You can attach the missiles to the wings, but they don't stay on. One slip and I think I've been cucked. Same with the ends of the wings. You slip up and they can move out of place. There's a landing wheel underneath you can flip out, so if that gets you hard, you can attach weapons to the top if you like, or on the side of the arms. You can fold up the landing gear, shove the axe saw thing in the hole on the crotch, and attach the gun for some overly complicated stand, or a more messed up wank than an echidna. Don't search it up. Check out the wavy details around the cockpit, almost like it's got veins feeding to the windshield. Too bad some of the smaller bits aren't picked out in the paint, including the tiny thruster in the back. Tiny thruster, how does this thing get off the ground? It's funny when claws on the back of a jet is not the first thing I question, but at least he can't catch fish out of the water, so there's something. Alt mode is a collaboration of things that don't add up, with an outlandish paint choice and uneasy design, but somehow feels pretty mild with the more darker colors in the majority of it. I like what you get out of it, but I feel if you're gonna go nuts with these, go nuts and see what happens. Robot mode! In robot mode, there's a lot more flair with more colors and the wings of the peacock! However, I'm not sure if it's a great step up. The random yellow, purple, and red are bright in contrast to the sand blue, gray, and dark gray. There's no blend to anything and no consistent contrast to the scheme. By comparison with the Takara Adventure repaint, there's no competition. The red, gold, and metallic paint looks so much better compared to this deco that seems like the people behind it just said, good enough. The torso looks off to me, with the flat body and center section reaching to high, giving him a massive color. Seems like he's ready for a Prince dedication concert. The head sculpt is absolutely beautiful, still keeping the show's look, but the sunken gaps with blackwash really highlights the details, and the samurai motif gives him an ancient warrior vibe. See movie Drift, this is how you do it. That eyebrow is glorious. It's a turn on. Did I say that out loud? Too bad the gold's a little It's off from the rest of the toy, needs another layer of paint, and is pretty distracting from the otherwise awesome shape. Did someone say, articulation? Head rotate, shoulder pads up and down, ball joint shoulders, rotation below, elbow bend, ball jointed hips, rotation below, knee bend, and ball joint foot. You haven't seen peacocking till Dreadwing comes into the club. I guess it's part of the theme to go with the bird-like claws, or maybe it's some decoration and it's just a coincidence, but it's got a nice yellow fade with the top two wings that's sadly not continued with these smaller parts. Do you hear that? Do you hear the voice of Gary Oldman intimidating a panda? Fear it. it'll haunt you. The weapons are sort of odd, but they can be enjoyable, and there's a few options. There's a double battle axe with sawtooth blades, and a gun that's probably based on the show's design, but with that Beast Hunter's edge with curvy jagged armor and a shredded blade. Different, but compared to the Voyager, it's trying probably. You can attach them to the side of the arms, in the legs, or in the hand. You can also combine them for good God, what kind of Frankenstein of horse is this? Just plugs onto the bottom here, and now you've got something special. And parents were worried about running with scissors. The weapon comes with a missile that sticks out pretty far, but you can fire. It also comes with another missile that you can add to the wing? Why? Yeah, with these weapons, is anyone getting a G2 Jets vibe? You can store any of the weapons on the back for storage, although this looks weird. Keep an eye on the thumb though, one of the hands had a stress mark and I'm worried it'll snap. Dreadwing is pretty decent and the weapons are unique, but it's not going to replace my current Voyager. The figure itself is a little forgettable, and was Deluxe scale a good idea? With the size of Bumblebee and Wheeljack, something's a little off. Can't put my finger on it. I guess that's why he's got the wings, to make himself seem taller and to intimidate bears. You can shorten up the arms for I can't reach the top shelf. Oh, if there's one thing I love, is the feet suck. Hey, you see that little spot of purple in the waist? You can hardly see it. I don't know why I had to point it out. Peacock power! Dreadwing is a pretty forgettable figure. After the more accurate, taller Voyager, there's no point to getting it. But I guess it's a cheap alternative to a figure some people might not have. Weapons are cool, head's amazingly detailed, and the wings are just fun to look at. Feet joints aren't great, but aside from that, I don't mind having this figure in my collection. It's just another harmless toy in the bunch, so if you want to pick it up, you're not going to suffer much. Wait, the undead has an axe! It's learning!